Hi and welcome to this very first episode of Ketils Geek TV. This channel will dive into the wonderful world of computer technology, where we'll talk about, of course, computers, talk about consoles, gadgets, devices, we'll talk about gaming, and we'll talk about retro systems, we'll talk about modern systems. So there's a lot of material here to get into. I really hope that you actively use the comment function here on YouTube, because I would like to hear from you, as I'm very new here and need your advice on how I can improve my channel and my videos. So I hope you enjoyed this first episode. We will look at the very first system that I ever owned, the Atari XEGS. The XE game system was released by Atari in 1987. It was a new strategy from their side, as the Nintendo Entertainment System started to totally dominate the market. The glory days with the Atari 2600 seemed distant for current CEO of Atari and actually the Commodore founder, Jack Tramiel. Atari hadn't done well with what should have been the Coleco Crusher, the Atari 5200. It achieved poor sales figures due to a tough market in the early 80s, and it had several design flaws like the controller and incompatibility with 2600 games. After Atari Inc. changed to Atari Corp., the 7800 was finally out in 86. It had improvements over the 5200 and didn't do half bad, but was never a threat to the mighty NES. So back to where we started. From what I read, the XEGS was an attempt to leverage their highly regarded 8-bit line and launch it as a full-fledged computer and gaming system. It had a huge games library and supported peripherals like a printer, cassette or floppy. Sadly, poor marketing and outdated games compared to the NES doomed the XEGS. In 1992, Atari dropped all support of the 8-bit line. Actually, that same year, Atari decided to sue Nintendo over monopoly claims and copyright infringement. And Atari lost the case. Bummer. Now over to system design. The first thing you will notice is of course the creamy color and palette-like design of the system. This was the creation of Ira Walensky, a former Commodore designer. Hey, a help button on the middle of the keyboard. A great thing to have conveniently placed. Kind of mushy keys. Actually, Ira Walensky also designed the CBM 900 when he was an employee at Commodore. Power on the system here. Now the launch price of the system was $249.99 US dollars. Here you have the reset button, the option button, select button and start. This system had 64 Ks of RAM and supported all of the XEGS games, like the game Missile Command, which you could fire up on this system by holding down select and power on without any cartridge inserted. Ah, you gotta love Missile Command, the arcade classic from the 80s. The keyboard can be detached from the console unit. The only problem is that the cable is very short, so you can't really have the console under your TV and sit on the couch and program BASIC. I know you could buy a package with only the console and joystick, and then they sold the keyboard with the game Flight Simulator 2 separately. Also the light gun was sold separately with the game Bug Hunt. Here I'm fiddling a bit with the keyboard port. It's kind of tucked underneath the hood of the console, which has brought up some complaints I've seen. Although I like my XEGS with its keyboard and console together, looking like $1,000,000. XE stands for XL Expanded. And other known computers in the same series was the 800 XL, the 65 XE. You've probably seen these on eBay from time to time. Now this system, the XEGS, is not very rare and can be picked up for a reasonable amount of cash. Here you have the joystick ports, also tucked underneath like the keyboard port. Here you have the standard ports. You have audio on the very left, you have a monitor in the middle, and you have television on the far right, which you can't really see here because of my noob filming. Here you have peripherals which you can attach, and you have the power input. And this is the keyboard port again here, the side. And let's like have a look underneath. Atari XEGS system, made in Taiwan, of course. Now most of my friends had the Commodore 64 at the same time period, and there was a lot of game comparison going on, I remember, as a lot of the same titles were available on both systems, games like Eagle's Nest, Blue Max, River Raid, Karateka, etc. The XG1 light gun, which came with the XEGS system. You play the game Bug Hunt with this and other games like Barnyard Blaster, for instance. Here we have the aforementioned Bug Hunt. You use the light gun to shoot all kinds of creeps caught inside something that looked like inside your Atari. An okay shooter, this one. And I think quite nice cartridges as well for the XEGS. Flight Simulator 2 here. Complimentary game, a game where you very much use the keyboard to control the plane, either in civil mode or World War I mode. The original joystick is broken, so I use the zip stick. The cassette player was kind of a sad chapter for me, as I never got it working. Nice to look at it though. Okay guys, we don't have very much time left, but I really hope that you enjoyed this first video in this channel, and we'll use the last couple of minutes to just briefly watch the games that the system came with. The 3 games that I've talked about, namely Missile Command, Bug Hunt and Flight Simulator 2. So enjoy, and I'd love to hear your feedback on this first video. Okay, let's play. Okay, so first game, Bug Hunt, power run system, and yeah, here's the title screen. The only problem is that this game is with a light gun, and the light gun doesn't work very well with an LCD TV. So, as you can see, this is not going very well. It used to be pretty good in this game, but you know, right now it's impossible to do anything reasonable. Press trigger to continue. Okay, let's try to do this. Auto fire. Total destruction 18 style. Yeah, got 2 there. Let's see this tech-like levels we have. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Die, bugs. Oh, they got me. Let's try Flight Simulator 2 then. And yeah. What display are you using? Color TV or black and white? Then you know it's a retro system that you're on. You have choices like that. I'll just choose regular flight mode there. So we start on the runway, and how was it again? How did I throttle? Let's try this button over here. No, that was sound. And if we press this up, maybe arrow up, come on, yeah, that's it, that's it. We are underway on the green runway. Runway is green. That's nice. Oh, I'm able to take off already. Controlling now with the joystick. We are airborne. And this game is also, you could also play this in World War I mode, where you could fight other planes. And last, I'll just briefly show you a Missile Command. There you can see there's smart bumps and everything, and I'm getting maimed in here. A bit on purpose, yeah, because I just wanted to bring up this final, or the end screen of this game, which was, of course was perfect for this, for this video. Thanks guys.